DNA results show that the elongated paracas skulls are not Native American. The DNA results also show they are not human. They're not, that is, Homo sapien. Well, we know that one of the latest videos I uploaded concerning the Egyptian pharaoh, the pharaoh's DNA being more intense than Homo sapien DNA, and the skull being more intense, stronger, that is thicker than Homo sapien skulls. We know, of course, that we've had a lot of near extinction level events on our Earth. The latest one being about 13,000 years ago with the Younger Dryas Clovis comet impact, and many before that having to do with near extinction level events. The one with the Taupo volcano super eruption, the North Island of New Zealand has one of the 22 supervolcanoes of the Earth. That one erupted about 27,000 years ago, and from what anthropologists believe, there was only 2,000 Homo sapiens around the whole world. In other words, about 1,000 couples to repopulate the Earth. That was about 27,000 years ago. We have reports, of course, and we have the evidence of giant skeletons, ancient giant skeletons, all over the world. The first skeletons, the first skulls I showed was Malta, Croatia, and then Russia. And these are the Paracas skulls. So they were not just found in Paracas, Peru, they were found all over the world, even Egypt. Now, the Paracas skulls not being human DNA, who were these mysterious beings? Did they evolve separately on Earth? What caused them to have such drastic differences from our ordinary Homo sapiens? Paracas is a desert peninsula located within the province of Pisco in the Ica region on the southern coast of Peru. It's here that the Peruvian archaeologist Julio Tello made one of the most mysterious discoveries in 1928. During the excavations, Tello discovered a complex, sophisticated cemetery in the rough soil of the Paracas Desert. In the enigmatic tombs, Tello discovered a series of controversial human remains that would forever change how we look at our ancestors and our origins. The bodies in the tombs had some of the largest elongated skulls ever discovered on the planet, and they called them the Paracas skulls. The Peruvian archaeologists discovered more than 300 mysterious skulls that are believed to be at least 3,000 years old. As if the shape of the skulls wasn't mysterious enough, a recent DNA analysis performed on some of the skulls presents some of the most enigmatic and incredible results that challenge everything we know about the human evolutionary tree and human origins. So what was the mystery behind the Paracas skulls and their deformation? Deformation of the skull in ancient religious practice. While various cultures around the world performed skull deformation to elongate the skull, the techniques used were different, meaning that the results were not the same either. There are certain South American tribes who tied the skulls of babies in order to change their shapes, resulting in a drastically elongated skull shape. By applying constant pressure over a long period of time with the use of ancient tools, the tribes managed to perform cranial deformations that are also found in ancient cultures in Africa. But while this type of cranial deformation changed the shape of the skull, it did not alter the cranial size, weight, or volume of the skull, all of which are characteristic features of regular human skulls. This is precisely where the characteristics of the Paracas skulls turns out to be the most interesting. Paracas skulls are anything but ordinary. Paracas skulls are at least 25% larger and up to 60% heavier than the skulls of regular human beings. The researchers strongly believe that these characteristics could not have been achieved with the techniques used by the tribes, as some scientists suggest. Not only are they different in weight, but Paracas skulls are also structurally different and only have one parietal plate, whereas normal human beings have two. So these strange features have added to the mystery for decades, as researchers still have no idea who these individuals with such elongated skulls once were. Later tests made the paracas skulls more enigmatic. The director of the Paracas Museum of History sent 5 samples of paracas skulls for genetic testing, and the results were fascinating. Samples consisting of hair, teeth, and skin, and some fragments of skull bones gave incredible details that have fueled the mysterious surroundings these anomalous skulls. The genetic laboratory where the samples were sent was not previously informed of the origin of the skulls to avoid influencing the results. And interestingly, the mitochondrial DNA, which is inherited from the mother, showed mutations that were unknown to any man, primate, or animal found on the planet. The mutations present in the paracas skull samples suggest that the researchers were dealing with an entirely new human, quote unquote, very different from Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and Denisovans. The similar results were found from the test conducted on Star Child skull that was discovered around 1930 in a mine tunnel about 100 miles southwest of Chihuahua, Mexico. The people in the paracas skulls were reportedly so biologically different that it would have been impossible for humans to interbreed with them. The geneticist wrote, "I'm not sure this fits into the known evolutionary tree." So who were these mysterious beings? Did they evolve separately on Earth? What caused them to have such drastic differences from ordinary human beings? And is it possible that these beings did not come from the Earth? All of these possibilities are theories that cannot be nullified given current evidence. All we know so far is that there are many things that are beyond the understanding of researchers, historians, and scientists. It's possible that after all, the question of whether we are alone in the universe can be answered thanks to the paracas skull. So, DNA also shows that the elongated paracas skulls are not Native American. Paracas were an incredibly complex ethnic mix of people. There are a number of different haplogroups that were found in the DNA tests of paracas elongated skulls, and the haplogroups, which is your genetic ancestry, they don't fit in with the history of Peru in any shape or form. According to a group of experts dealing with the paracas skull phenomena, recent DNA results revealed that the elongated skulls of Paraca, Peru, are not native to the region. During the 1920s, a Peruvian archaeologist by the name of Julio Tello discovered a series of tombs in Paraca, Peru. The contents of the tomb left experts stumped, as countless elongated skulls were discovered from the tombs, and since then, more elongated skulls have been found in the region, and not only there but also worldwide, raising numerous questions about these mysterious people. For more than 5 years, have experts like Brian Forrester tried solving the mystery behind the elongated skulls. While much progress has been made in understanding them, the journey has been difficult. After countless studies and research, they begun finding out more about the mysterious skulls. Some DNA analysis shows that the elongation present on the paracas skull was not the result of artificial cranial deformation but by genetics. And some of the paracas skulls have a cranial volume which is up to 25% larger, 60% heavier than conventional Homo sapiens skulls. And while head binding can alter the shape of the skull, it can't alter the volume, as we said. At the end of recently, the symposium held in Los Angeles, where experts announced new results of testing performed on the elongated skulls, the main speakers of the event were L.A. Mazzulli and Brian Forrester. As reported by Megalith Marvels, Forrester, author of several books on the subject and a recognized expert of the paracas skulls, published the following information on the aforementioned DNA results. Quote, "The DNA results actually were incredibly complicated. It's going to take me some time to actually figure out what the results mean. What it does show for sure is that the paracas elongated skull people are not 100% Native American. They were a mix, or even, you could say, in some ways, a hybrid of different people. So there's more questions than answers here. Forrester explains that their blood types are very complicated as well. They should be blood type O if they're 100% Native American. That's not the case. We're likely looking at a subspecies of humanity as regards to the paracas. Seems to be a lot of DNA evidence from extreme Eastern European and extreme Western Asia. More specifically, I'm talking about the area between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, where ancient elongated skull people lived I think about 3,000 years ago. This was from Ancient Code. It's on Humans Be Free, and it's on Collective Spark. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.